So after doing more searching on throttle cables, nothing I was seeing online was going to be short enough anyway, so we're going to see if we can shorten the one I have. Let's go. So because this is all already cracked, this outer shielding is already all wanting to come apart and it's just split over here again. I don't really think this does a whole lot other than just protect everything that the cable might touch. It's a abrasion resistance piece. I'd rather cut from this end as it seems to be more heat damaged than the other end. Oh, maybe not. That's also still cracking. Well, whatever I was saying might just go out the window. My point was is that I might want to try to keep that crimp there, cut the other one off. But let me see which one seems to be easier to reattach after I cut it. I'm also getting ahead of myself slightly. Is that the real question actually also needs to be which end is easier to unsolder and can it be unsoldered? So if I can't remove either of these in a way in which I can also put it back on later, then all of this is meaningless. So let me go grab a torch. We'll see how that goes. Well, that's not encouraging. Though the factory piece isn't purely a mechanical bond of crimp, not soldered at all. No. Okay, so shortening an OEM cable might not be as straightforward as I was hoping. So I'll go online and order one of these two ends. Hopefully these are like pennies. They shouldn't cost that much, just new ends. And we'll snap to that. And just like that, there they are. Took about 4 days in the mail, but hopefully these are the right size. There are little ends there. So now that I have a end, I can chop this one off. I should make sure it fits on the throttle body side. Let's do that. That actually fits perfect. Very nice. All right, so some people say you should like solder these so they don't come apart. That's not a bad idea. I've got excess length anyway, especially once I cut it. I'm just gonna see what happens here. There it is. Not too bad. Okay. I can also recut this again if I need to, but for now. We want to keep. Leave alone. There's our length we need. We're going to cut it from this end, I think. Like this. I should probably put on some eye and ear protection. Let's go attach it now and see roughly where we need to pin this up. So that's about where it's going to end up, but I need to not tighten it yet because I forgot to put that piece on. All right, so the next part is going to be to open this up a little bit and then epoxy this on, and then we can keep going. Up way too much. Perfect. I'm being very mindful to not try to get it too close to the edge. I don't want it getting on the inner core. That'd be not so bueno. Luckily the stuff is thin enough it'll also kind of seep down into the cracks a little bit. All right, now, does this cure in sub-freezing temperature? Probably not. Doesn't even say, but I'm not gonna touch that for the rest of the day. I'm gonna leave that for the next 24 hours. So with that, our throttle cable is nearly put back together and it's about ready to go in, and then we can focus on the pedal side. I've decided I'm probably actually gonna go back to the Datsun pedal, not the Ford pedal, because reconfiguring the Datsun pedal and adding a tab is going to be easier than making the Ford pedal work. In other words, it's less cutting, grinding, welding. Now, that also lets us fix the travel, because the Ford travel was way more than I needed with that height. So in other words, like for basically the Honda throttle needs less throw than the Ford throttle did. So the pedal side of the Ford has a lot more movement. So what we can do by using the Datsun pedal, since we're gonna have to add a tab anyway, we can go ahead and measure out how much travel that is from closed throttle to wide open. Take that measurement and then draw an arc and see how far away from the pivot point does that tab need to be on the Datsun side to get that much throw. So that way we're not having a huge amount of excess throw or not enough throw. So hopefully we'll be within the ballpark that just adjusting the throttle stop will get us exactly where we need to be with the Datsun pedal. So that's all for now. Yeah, keep jamming.